This is a very small topic. Almost all the ideas you might have got already. So here there are a number of stages are involved in the mounding of silkworm, and you can see the stages one by one. So silkworm mounding process, also known as the cultivation of silkworm to produce silk. That is mainly what is mean by silkworm mounding. Number of stages are there, starting from egg to silk production are involved. Now, Chandrika is a specific variety of silkworm, actually used in sericulture mainly in India. That is the idea given in the text. Now, here you can see that the various stages which are involved in silkworm mounding. Firstly, we have to select the right type of eggs. So here you can see a picture of the eggs of silkworm. We have to select only healthy eggs. If the eggs are infested with some virus or fungus, what happens is that after spending so much time, what we are getting will be a poor quality silk. So to begin with, the seed itself or the egg itself should be of good quality. And from our practice or experience, we will be able to identify the which are the best type of eggs suitable for producing better quality silk. So that is the first step in mounding. Then incubation is that it's the time taken by the silkworm egg to develop into a larva. That is known by the name incubation, and for that we have to provide the right temperature and humidity. We have to keep not too much high hot temperature, not too much lower temperature, cold temperature also. So that is the important thing which we have to keep in your mind while we are going for incubation. Here you can see that the selected eggs are placed in a controlled environment. If it is a room, we will be able to control the temperature. Sometimes if it is a hot place, we may need to use a AC. If it is a cold place, again we may need to use an AC or a heater or something. So temperature and humidity are the most important factor which are controlling or influencing the development of the larvae. Here you can see the how the silkworm will be given the food that's now coming under the feeding stage. Here the larvae are very prolific, voracious, that is they eat a lot. So sufficient quantity of mulberry leaves should be there. So other if the mulberry leaves are not enough, that will be leading to starvation of some of the. You can see that they are living in a colony-like setup. Lot of silkworm will be living together, and that is the main source of silkworm food is the mulberry leaves. So enough amount of mulberry leaves should be there. Then molting is the process by which a larva will be converted into a pupa. That process is not pupa, because during the larval stage, the larva will be going through several instar. Instar means stages in the larval development. Because what happens with the larva is that larva is covered with a body covering. Once that body covering is formed, it cannot expand. So if the larva has to develop again, the what larva is doing is that it will be producing a new body covering below the original cover, and that new body covering will be very soft. So once a new body covering is formed, the first former body covering will be removed from your body, and that process is what is called molting. And the newly formed body covering will be very soft, so the larva can expand a little. So this way it is growing in size, and that process is what we call by the name molting. So number of normally 3 molting, 4 molting, 5 or 6 molting maybe stages will be present in different species of the insect. So it's an important step in the development of a larva. Then we can see the cocoon formation. Cocoon is actually the pupa. The larva is converted into a pupa, and pupa is covered by a capsule-like silk covering that is known by the name cocoon. So after several molting stage, the silkworm will be entering into the cocooning stage, and during this phase, they produce silk threads. So it is the silk thread that are produced by silkworm caterpillar or the larva of the silkworm, and that we are taking it as the silk. So it is actually a protective cover for the silkworm pupa. That is the purpose for which the silkworm is producing this cocoon or silk. But we are using it for some other purpose actually. They produce silk threads by secreting a liquid protein from special glands in their hands. So from their hands there are special glands which are able to produce. In this spider, these silk producing glands are situated in the abdomen or at the tail part of the body. So in different organisms, different type of silk glands are present, but here it is in the mouth region. And they spin this thread around themselves to form the cocoon, and usually within a period of 2 to 3 days this capsule like cocoon formation will be complete. Now here you can see that these are the cocoons or the pupae. So once the cocoons are fully formed, they are carefully harvested. So once based on the size of the cocoon, we will be able to identify which are the fully formed cocoon or mature cocoon, and we will be taking them, then we will be processing it. Now this is typically done by boiling the cocoon to kill the pupae inside and loosen the silk. Here you can see that cocoon will be placed in a boiled water, so that the pupa it will be killing the pupa. And second thing is that the cocoon will be these different threads. They are actually attached with each other by a gum-like material. So we have to soften that gum so that individual threads or threads of the silk will be easily extracted. Cocoons are then unwound to extract the silk fiber. You can see that here. Then reeling process, here you can see that this is how the reeling process is actually done. So from each cocoon we have to take one silk at a time. So it's a very tedious, time consuming process. A lot of time it will be taking, but that process is known by the name silkworm reeling. The thread is then wound into a spools, just like our the threads that we are using for our clothes. This is known as the reels, and they are ready. And using those reels, we will be spinning the or weaving the clothes. Here you can see that. So this is how the cloth weaving is actually done. Several silkworm threads will be used, and sometimes we will be also coloring the thread to make a colorful dress or colorful clothes. So these are the techniques that we are using. It is a very age-old technique, traditional technique. Still, the basic idea of silkworm industry is still the same. But nowadays, more advanced techniques are available. All these processes are actually automated. There are many highly sophisticated machines are there, where they will be what if this person may take 1 day or 2 days to do, they can finish it in half an hour. So such high speed machines are now available, and they will be also coloring it. Different patterns may be producing. The patterns may be very easy. So such if you go to the China, such a kind of industry, such kind of machines are widely available. Then here you can see that what is the nature of a chandrika. Uh, so actually this basket is what we call by the name chandrika. But here what they are mentioning it's a special type of silkworm is what is mentioned here. But according to our idea, chandrika is basically this basket which are helping in the development of this. So these are the nature of this chandrika also. So this is an idea of the various steps which are involved in the mounting of cocoon, of mounting of the silkworm.